Hey, my fallen ones, and welcome to another Shen Pe Uts Taa-Neter production. I am your hostess and your storyteller, Shen Pe. And for my next story, I would like to talk about the Dark Rift. Well, a couple of things, but mainly what's important coming up with the summer solstice, December 21, 2012. I want to get into the astrology and the cosmology of the whole significance of this, that we're going into a new sun cycle of 26,000 years. The Mayan calendar, as everyone knows it, has ended officially December 21st, 2021. And we're going to discuss a few things. I may have to come back and do it in parts because it's a lot of information, but I want to definitely speak about December 21st, 2012. That's like really important. Some of the things that I want to discuss is Ouroboros. That's the snake. If you know about ancient symbolism, that's the snake that's eating its tail in the cosmos. I also want to talk about what this rift means and what this 26,000 years, this new cycle of 26,000 years, and what it means in terms of uh, decline and death and rebirth. I want to talk about what it means in terms of the return of our cosmic great mother, our progenitor. I also would like to talk about what it means in respect to the Mandela effect that some people have experienced. I want to talk about that. Um, the uh, the vibrationary sound word term for that is Enon is not, or the knot of Isis. And like I said, we'll get into that. It's a lot of information, but everything going on ties in all together like one big story. But before I begin, I would like to make a disclaimer. You have the right to remain vacuous. Everything you do not know can and will be used against you, most likely for profit. I am a storyteller, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, now that I got that out the way. Okay. So we're talking about cosmic patterns and cycles of catastrophe. Okay. So December 21st, 2012 was the alignment of the galactic alignment of the planets. Now, for reference for that, you can go and listen to Michael Jackson's song. He has a really good song. Listen to the lyrics, or try to get. You can Google search the lyrics. The song is called "You're Just Another Part of Me." He explains what is exactly happened December 21st, 2012. The planets lining up, and this was the beginning of the 26,000 year cycle of the sun and the dark rift of our cosmic mother. It also symbolizes the return of our cosmic mother. So let me see if I can make this any bigger. Let's see. I think that's as big as I can get it. I hope you can see this. So I just made this. This is really old. And this was in December 21st, 2012, when I had made this. And In the little boxes, I have the the Virgin Mary and her son. And note that these are images of the Virgin Mary and her son from all over the world: Spain, Portugal, um, Italy, all over the world. Okay? So now, since everybody is familiar with the Mayan calendar, I'm going to go with the Mayan calendar, even though this dark rift alignment is in all cultures. The Egyptians, what people know as the Egyptians, which is really the Kemet 2, they're from Kemet, and a person from Kemet is Kemet 2. They had a calendar also very similar to the Mayan calendar. And there's other cultures, I believe the Japanese, the Chinese. You know, this knowledge was spread. But I'm going to go with the Mayan calendar since everybody is kind of familiar with that. So can I make this any bigger? Well, this represents the dark rift, the sun moving into the dark rift of our the arm of this part of the galaxy that we're on. Currently, we're in Orion's belt. I call it Orion's belt, although the NASA and the astronomers, they call it, I believe, Orion's arm. But when you look at it, it looks like a belt, and it kind of reminds me of that movie, Men in Black Part 2, when they were looking for Orion's belt. But yeah, like from the telescopes, it looks like a belt. But so what this is 13,000 years of rebirth and 13,000 years of declination and death. So 13,000 years of ascension and birth and rebirth, and then 13,000 years of darkness and death and declination. And for many of you that may be familiar with the pyramids like all over the world, there's pyramids like in Kemet, there's pyramids in China, there's pyramids in North America, there's pyramids in South America. I believe there's pyramids like in India, Mesopotamia, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan. There's pyramids like all over. That was actually the decline of civilization when those pyramids came up. When those pyramids came up, that was the decline of civilization. So this cycle that we started of the new sun cycle of 26,000 years, it began on December 21st, 2012, with the alignment of the planets. Okay? And the Mayan calendar counted it as 13 Bactuns or Bactuns, 13 Bactuns, which is 13,000 years of ascension and rebirth, and 13,000 years of death and declination. And right now we're in the first part of the 26,000, which is the veils of the dark goddess being veiled and hidden. So we're actually in the decline of society. This is the death of society as we know it. Okay? And it's the Mayan calendar, they use the long count, each which is 5,125 years, 26, right? But this long count goes around 5 times. So that would be 5 times the 5,123 or whatever, and you will get 26,000 years. And then split into that, which is why the number 13 is so significant, because 13,000 and 13,000 is 26,000. Okay, so let me move on. This is the Mayan calendar. I want you to remember for later that it is also an 8-pointed star, and that is representative of our cosmic mother, our mother God returning. Her star is 8 points. I want you to remember that. Okay, so this is their calendar and this celestial conjunction. Here is the ecliptic path, and here represents the equator, the dark rift equator. This is the dark rift equator. This is the ecliptic path. The ecliptic path is the path of the sun and the our planets in position. Okay. Here it is again. Mayan calendar, 8 points. I want you to keep that 8 points in mind. 8-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want you to keep that in mind. This is a better picture of it. So now I just wanted to show you the galaxy and like where we're at on there. Okay. This is our zodiac, which if you go back is basically also on the calendar right here. But this is what they call Gregorian. So this is more Gregorian, more of a Gregorian symbol that you may be able to follow. The sun, the ecliptic path, the equator, and the zodiacs all going around. This is our galaxy. This is the middle of our galaxy. And we are here on this arm. This is our sun. We're on this arm, Orion's arm. I call it Orion's belt, but they call it Orion's arm. Here's another picture. This is the center of our galaxy. This is our solar system. This is Orion's arm right here. See how it's kind of almost semi-detached? This is Orion's arm. I just want you to get a good idea of where we're at. Again, this is Orion's arm right here. This is our sun right here. This is where we are at, okay? Again, this is why I call it Orion's belt. You can see it better this way. This is Orion's arm. And I believe we are over here somewhere. We're here, somewhere over there. Okay. Now this is Ouroboros. Now, Ouroboros is this symbol of, let me see. It's the symbol of birth and rebirth. So you see that the tail represents our universe, not our galaxy, our universe. Uni is one, verse is sound, and all cultures said that we were made from a sound. Okay? We were made from a sound. We were created from sound. All of us were created from sound. Now, the uni, meaning one sound, that ties into what frequency you were born on. Like they say in the Bible, you were born in sin, Well, if you went to high school and if you took algebra and geometry, you would know that sin, SYN, like Nancy, is a frequency. And yes, we are all born in sin. We are all born on a frequency. We're all born on a vibration. So when the gods recognize us, they recognize us not by the color of our skin, but our vibration. Okay? How you're vibrating. The uni is the one verse of how, let me see, how can I put this? One verse, meaning a group of people were on one type of sin and another group of people were on another type of sin, and so on and so on. The vibration levels are different. So that's what we have, universe. Okay, so everybody's universe is not like really the same. Okay, now we're all connected, but we are all not the same. Okay. And what did I want to say about this? Hold on. So what I wanted to say about Ouroboros is that it's the serpent of ancient Kemetu in Greece and many others. It represented and is represented with its tail in its mouth, continually devouring itself and being reborn from itself. Okay? This expresses the unity of all things. See, we're all connected, but we're not all the same. We're all units, which is the root word of unity. We're all units of like the same roots. So, okay, let me go on. This expresses the unity of all things, material and spiritual. And it never disappears, but it perpetually changes form in an eternal cycle of destruction and recreation. Okay? So there's a reason why I'm showing this to you. Again, we have Ouroboros eating his tail. And these are all symbols of ancient peoples. This is from Indo-Kush, the swastika. This is from Kemet, and the star is the Hebrew star. Okay? So we're all units of the same root. We're all units of the same root. Remember, unity does not mean that everybody have to be doing the same thing. That's not what unity is. No one in unity is supposed to do the same thing. I mean, if you really want to look and see what I mean, look at your body. Learn yourself, know yourself biology. You know, you have trillions and trillions and trillions of cells in your body, and they don't all do the same thing. I mean, if they did, you wouldn't even be able to function. You know, you have different cells that makes up organs that have a function. Then you have other cells that just, you know, running around radically and still have a function. You know, I mean, unity does not mean that we all have to do the same thing. And people just need to really, really understand that. Not understand, not overstand, but you need to understand that. Okay, so this next slide, this is a picture of Orion's belt or Orion's arm, where we're at right now. I think this was taken December 21st, 2012. So these are old. When the planets, excuse me, when the planets had aligned. So we're somewhere over here. We're over here somewhere. We're over here somewhere in the dark rift. And I just want to show you this because I had drew on it so you can get an idea of Ouroboros, the snake eating his tail. There it is. That's Ouroboros. And that's where we are at on Orion's belt. You know, I keep saying Orion's belt because I don't know if y'all seen that movie, but it's a belt. It looks like a belt to me. It doesn't look like a full arm. And I don't know if the last one did it show. I think it showed we have a new arm in the yeah, it said this is a new arm in our galaxy. This right here is a new arm. So these pictures that I'm showing has everything to do also with the Mandela effect, okay? People, you are not suffering from psychosis. You are not. You're not crazy. Okay, so that's a Ouroboros. Here it is again. This is Orion's belt. Orion's belt. This is our sun. Sorry. This is our sun. This is Orion's belt right here. That's Orion's belt. Okay. Now, I wish these pictures were bigger, but this is the same picture. Excuse me. I want to show you here. This is the ecliptical path, and this line here is the equator of the rift equator. That's the equator. And this is the ecliptical path. Now, the only thing the ecliptical path means that this is the path that the sun is going. Okay? Now, here's a like a drawn picture of it. This was the alignment during December 21st, 2012. All of these pictures are from 2012, December 21st. All of these pictures are from 2012. I think this is Venus here, right there. Mercury right here. This was inverted. This is Pluto. No, sorry. Venus, Mercury, Pluto. Yeah, Pluto and Mars. Okay. Venus is the lead. I want you to remember Venus too, because ancient times, Venus is symbolic of the mother god. The mother god being Inanna, Ishtar, Isis. She has our progenitor. She has a lot of names. Okay. Now I drew on this right here, but I could barely see it. So I'm going to explain this. This is the same picture that we were seeing. This is the equator of the dark rift. This is the sun. Let me see. This is the central bulge. Right here is the central bulge right here. Okay. This is the equator. And this is the ecliptical path right there. Okay. Now, I drew on it. I'm sorry for the sloppiness. It really looks like pre-K. Oh my goodness. It's the best I could do. I had to use my mouse to draw lines and circles and stuff and write. I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, I'm not used to this. But here it is. So according to the Mayans, according to the Kemetu, according to everybody, okay? Here we have the equator again, but according to everybody, this is the birth canal. Sorry. This is the birth canal. The equator is actually the birth canal. See? Birth canal. Okay? That's the birth canal. This is the ecliptic line. This is the path of the sun. Okay? And this, the bulge that we saw in the last central bulge right here, that's the womb. This is the womb. That's the womb right there. And this is the birth canal. This is where we're coming out of. Or this is symbolic of us being rebirthed. So why now? What does all of this mean? What does all of this mean? What it means is that December 21st, 2012 was the transition between the fifth son of light and the sixth son of darkness. Now, I'm going to repeat that. December 21st, 2012 is the transition between the fifth son of light, number 5, the 5th son of light, and the 6th son of darkness. The transition continued until December 21st, 2021. And we are now fully in the age of the 6th son. December 21st, 2021 makes us fully in the age of the 6th son, 26,000 year cycle of the feminine, the divine feminine. The last 26,000 years was the patriarch. It was supposed to be the divine patriarch. We did have some divine dudes, but I'm not even going to get into that, but that's over. That's done with. And you would probably want to think of why anyone who has not been protective of the mother, honoring the mother, and just, loving your mother. Anyone who went against the mother, well, they're going to pay the consequences if they haven't started paying already. This is why there's because sometimes you can't, speech isn't free anymore. But this is why you have a whole lot of members of a certain gang or a certain group that are that are trying to take over women. I don't consider myself a feminist. I'm not into feminists. I have sons, and I warn them against, dealing with any chicks who are feminists, because, as long as I've been around for 53 years, and as long as I have reared them, they have never seen me weak and oppressed. Okay. So I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't play that. I'm not a feminist. I'm not a womanist. I'm a mother. I'm into motherism. I'm a motherist, if that's even such a thing. I'm a motherist, okay? I've never been weak and oppressed, so that's why I don't consider it. That's, for people who are just, just weak and oppressed. I don't want equality. I don't want equality. Why would I? I'm a mother. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can be a mother. Anybody can be a lady. Anybody can be feminine, you know. And now, because of technology, anybody could be a woman, but not everybody can be a mother, you know. And that's whether you were born with a womb or not. Not everybody can do that. But I'm saying that to say that people who have been against the mother, who were renegade against the mother from the beginning, you know, they're going to get theirs. They're going to get theirs. They're going to have to pay the consequences. And another thing about that is it ties into the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. So the fifth son of light, which is the last cycle of 26,000 years that we just completed, December 21st, 2021. We completed it. Now we are fully in the age of the divine feminine, fully. The fifth son of light represents the left brain, which is the brain that, if you know anything about biology, that's the brain that mostly men use. You know, it represents rationality, material hoarding, speaking, reading, writing, grammar, all of these things here. And then the sixth son of darkness is the right side of the brain, which represents women or the divine feminine, which entails the dream world and the realms of the psyche. Okay. Organizing information, abstract meanings, because I want to get a good, very, very good rundown, because I know that's probably hard for some of you guys to see, and I'm so sorry. So, okay, let me run down a list of the left side, which is the divine masculine. So that side, which is the fifth son of light, which we just left, the left brain represents rationality, material hoarding, speaking, reading, writing, listening, grammar, number skills, computation skills, analyzing information, reasoning, logic, sequential thinking, time awareness, controls the right side of the body. Okay? Doesn't control the left side, it controls the right side. Now, the right side of the brain, which is the sixth son of darkness, and we are fully in the age of the sixth son, will be dealing with the divine feminine, the spirit of the divine feminine. That's organizing information, abstract meaning, context, spatial relationships, like map reading or shape recognition, visual information, face recognition, more importantly, intuition, emotion, imagination, detecting motion, music and art awareness, and it controls left side of the body, okay? The right side of the brain does not control the right side of the body. It controls the left side, okay? And one word about emotion, that's nothing but energy in motion, okay? So don't let anyone make you feel any kind of way if you're, you show emotion or you feel emotion. Now, like I said, it's the divine feminine, so you'll find a lot of men out there that are very emotional. But if they're, it's because they're paying the consequences for disrespecting and disregarding the mother God. She doesn't appreciate that. She doesn't appreciate that. Now, let me tell you the injuries or the things that can go wrong in a divine masculine when their divine masculinity is injured, right? So to speak. When the left side of your brain is injured, your divine masculine is injured, okay? And also, everybody remember, you have divine feminine and divine masculine within you, and it's about merging it like the Lord God Shiva, okay? You might want to Google that, but that's another story. But we all have both, and it's about merging the two, it's about merging the two, because when you look at it, the fissure it in the brain, it separates the brain, and Lord Shiva spent all of that time connecting it together, which is merging it. We don't even use all of our brain, but let me go on with the injuries of the left side of the brain when the divine masculine is damaged. Is difficulty understanding spoken and written language, difficulty expressing spoken and written language, changes in speech, verbal memory issues, impaired logic. This all sounds so familiar. And sequencing difficulties. Okay, oh my goodness. I know if you are a keen observationist, such as myself, I know you've seen this take place. So I'm going to go to the injuries of the right side of the brain. And this is when the divine feminine is damaged, okay? Impairments in attention, left neglect, memory issues, decreased awareness of deficits, loss of big picture thinking, altered creative or music perception, changes in speech. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right there. I think that's my last slide. And I want you to know that December 21st marks the day that we are fully in the age of the sixth sun, the 26,000 year cycle, the divine feminine. Our progenitor is here. This is the return of our great mother. So I want to go into how it all connects with her, the great mother, for instance, and with the Mandela effect, or I'm not going to call it the Mandela effect. I'm going to call it Inanna's Knot. Okay? I want you to keep in mind that another thing too, let me I noticed that I've observed that some people think that, like a dream-like state is like all of the divine feminine qualities are problematic for a lot of people. Well, I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them are problematic for some people. They like to bully, poke fun, things like that. But when I say that the sixth we're in the sixth sun, which, it represents the dream world. And the psyche, that has everything to do with is not, what you know as the Mandela effect. Okay? You're not losing your mind. You're not suffering from psychosis. It's real. And even Buddha hinted that life is a dream that thinks it is not a dream. Okay? Buddha said that. Buddha said that. Okay? So, I want to show you. Let me show you this here, because I'm going to come back to this in another video. I'm going to come back to this in another video. I want you to remember this star, because it comes up, the 8-pointed star. It comes up a lot in Sumerian text, Kemetu. It comes up a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, even in India, the 8-pointed star. I want you to remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-pointed. The ecliptic, the equator, the ecliptic. I want y'all to remember this, because I'm going to come back with the star. The 8-pointed star represents the Great Mother, our progenitor, Inanna, Ishtar, Isis. She has more, 99 names plus. Okay? She goes by a lot of names from all over the world, from all cultures. Okay? So I want y'all to remember that, because I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that, and the rebirth and the knot of Isis, or the Mandela effect. I'm not going to call it the Mandela effect anymore. But know from now that it is is not. Okay? And that's all for today. I really enjoyed sharing that with you, and I hope that you were able to get something out of that, learn something. And I'll come back another day with another part to this, because like I said, it's a lot of information. Okay, so in the meantime, I know they're trying to restrict people from, holidays and being with their families. But as long as you're with the people that truly matters to you, you're good. That's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. Okay? So until next time, I will see you. This is Shen Pe. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit for notifications for the next time. And you can also PayPal me for a coffee. You can buy me a coffee, PayPal or Cash App in the link below. Okay, so I'll see you soon. And everybody have a good day, evening, whatever time it is in your cipher. Later.